Hey, it's Tom
And Mike.
from Take Time to Travel. Today we're down in Centro Histórico of Mexico City at Plaza de la Constitución. We're going on a guided tour of Le Merced Market and the Sonora Witchcraft Market. We've never been to a witchcraft market before. We're also going to do a bunch of food tastings, so join us as we go through these markets.
We walked over to the meeting spot for our tour. That was in front of Mexico City's Metropolitan Cathedral, construction of which began in 1573 and took almost 250 years to complete. We were early, so we decided to head inside and have a look around this spectacular cathedral that has elements of Gothic, Baroque, Churriguesque, and neoclassical styles, and still has regular church services that continue to this day.
At our 10 a.m. meeting time, we met up with our guide Gabriel and began our tour, making our way through the bustling streets of the Centro Histórico neighborhood, and we were pleasantly surprised to find out we were the only ones on the tour today. After a short walk, we arrived at La Merced Market, which is actually the second largest market in Mexico City.
Our first stop was at this little stall for some traditional food, a hearty soup which takes many hours to prepare. We grabbed a seat at the table, and we were each served a big bowl of red pozole, which is made with hominy, tomatoes, and chilies, as well as pork or chicken. I tried the pork, and Tom got the chicken. Gabriel told us that you're supposed to add lettuce and radishes to the soup, and that traditionally, you should also put sour cream on a tostada. First, you take a bite of the tostada, then follow it up with a spoonful of pozole. It was a great start to our day. We loved it and ate the whole thing. But there's lots more to see and eat, so let's keep going.
Next, we learned about some of the other soups in the market before heading into a different section of the building, which had everything from dried fish and seasonings to sauces, drink mixes, and even cacti leaves. Continuing to explore through the narrow pathways, we passed by mounds of fresh fruit and vegetables that were quite reasonably priced, and Gabriel taught us about some of the different ingredients here.
Each leaf is going to give a different flavor and a different texture to the tamales. For Mexico City and to the north, we use a corn husk. If you go to the south, you use banana and avocado. Like so we're trying the tamale, but we're trying the Mexico City version. So we are using the corn husk and then deep frying. When it's already steamed, we take it out and then deep fry.
Then we headed over to try some more of Mexico City's delicious food from this vendor on the corner here. They had a huge round flat top grill, as well as lots of their fresh ingredients on display, like this big pile of zucchini flowers, which some people had in their quesadillas. But we were going to try some different ones loaded with cheese.
We each got some pork belly quesadilla, as well as a huitlacoche fungus quesadilla, and a pambazo, which is a sandwich dipped in red pepper sauce and stuffed with potatoes. The pork belly and cheese was Mike's favorite, but mine was the corn fungus one. Although we can both agree that they were our favorite quesadillas that we've ever had.
Just a short walk away was our next food stop, where they were frying up a Mexico City specialty called a deep-fried tamale, and Gabriel said that the sweet atole drink pairs perfectly with the spices in the tamale. I got the guava atole, and Tom was served a rice and milk atole to go with our green tamale, made with green tomatoes and serrano peppers. It tasted excelente, with a crispy exterior and a soft doughy interior that was spiced just right.
After that tasty treat, we went next door to try a cowhead meat taco, but they were sold out, so we opted to try tripe or beef stomach served on a taco. Mike added some onions and salsa verde to his first ever tripe experience. It was better than he was expecting and had kind of a chewy texture. However, his least favorite part was the smell of the tripe. I also took a bite, and I really didn't like the smell or the taste. It's always good to try something new, but we were stuffed after all of that food, so it was time to go to the Mercado Sonora, known as the Witchcraft Market, before getting more food later.
On our way over to the Sonora Market, we made a quick stop at this booth so that we could learn about the many different kinds of mole available. Mole can be spicy, savory, or sweet, and can be made with almond, shrimp, fruit, or apple, with one kind even made with chocolate. Then we kept walking through the Merced Market, with stalls selling all different kinds of products and appetizing looking foods, before we eventually made our way outside and past the hundreds of outdoor vendors surrounding the Sonora Market.
Gabriel led us through the winding labyrinth, which we never could have done on our own, and brought us up on top of this bridge, which had even more stuff for sale. On the other side of the bridge, we looked down to see the huge sea of umbrellas and tarps shading the many vendors that surround the Sonora Market. Then we made our way through another maze that was also full of bags, clothes, and everything else that you can imagine for sale.
After that, we went inside the market and learned about the different herbs for white, black, and red magic, as well as some of the varieties of magical incense, potions, and soaps available.
If you're looking for money, you get this one. Doble suerte rápido, like double quick fortune.
Double fast.
And fast. As well as like smell it, and if it smells like money.
That's what money smells like.
That's how money smells. And it's just what you need. There's for against damages, there's contra daños. If you believe someone wants to curse you, we got this one that is called arrasa con todo, or take away everything, and this is for cleansing.
We had a choice of soap for a souvenir, so we chose the quick fortune one.
Next, we went to see a shop selling these Santa Muerte statues, which were surprisingly expensive at about $300 each, and can be outfitted in different handmade dresses with spells on them for whatever purpose you need. We weren't able to film much in the market, so now it's time for us to get some more food. So we headed back up over the bridge and past even more of the assorted vendors through the streets towards La Merced Market.
Beside the spices and seasoning section, we stopped by these tubs of pulpa flavoring for the rim of a michelada drink. It's amazing how many different kinds there are. Here, we each got a little sample to try. I got the mango flavor, and Tom chose the spicy mango. They almost tasted like candy. This should be around the rim of every drink.
Continuing on our La Merced Market tour, we went to this stall here for a tequila and fresh pineapple juice drink, which tasted great and was super refreshing. Then we kept going and saw the blackened ceiling from one of the 5 major fires that have happened in the market in 1988, 1998, 2013, 2014, and 2019. Now it was time for some more food at this place, which is actually Gabriel's father's stall, who specializes in savory meats and tacos. I got a chorizo taco, which was delicious, and Mike got a suadero or beef brisket taco, as well as a chorizo taco. He also really enjoyed his, and here we could have eaten as many tacos as we liked. But we were pretty full, and we still had more food stops to make.
By this time, around noon, it was getting quite busy at the food stalls in the market for the lunch rush. So we're eating at this vendor here on the corner, who had lots of types of meats cooking up. Here we tried some al pastor tacos that are made with pork, cactus leaves, pineapple, and a side of fries. We've never tried cactus leaves before, so we were excited to give it a try. Tom took the first bite. The taco was great, and the cactus kind of tasted like a green pepper, but slimier.
Then Gabriel said he was going to take us for a unique dessert. This didn't look like any dessert counter we'd seen before, with bugs and chicken innards piled high.
It's a little bit big, it's crunchy, it's hard, and it's creamy inside. So you feel the flavor as well after a time. And then Scorpio. It's just crunchy, tastes like a burnt edge of a steak probably, and sometimes the legs stick on your teeth. That's normally the only two. If you like to try it, this is the only size of the cockroach they got, and they got smaller scorpion if you like to try one. You can try this one. This is called shawi. It's a beetle, and it probably tastes like a sunflower seed or like some nuts.
We didn't try the cockroaches or the scorpion, but we did try the beetle, which actually tasted okay.
We got this. These 3 are fishes. They're called charales. They're like little sardines. This is a little bit more, it's a little bit moist because it's made like a tamale. It's steamed and it's made in a cornhusk. Then we got these 2 that are breaded, and this one that's a little bit spicy. Then we got the grasshopper, a small crawfish. We got some worms. This is the worm that comes on the bottom of the mezcal. And this one, since it has been fried, there's nothing inside. It's just dry and it's only the shell. It's only the skin. And then we got this ant, like you see, it's a big ant, and it's called chicatana. It tastes like burn, and after you can find like a slightly dark chocolate flavor, or like a cow bean.
This is like a deep fried fish?
Yes, it's like a sardine, just deep fried.
Yeah, that's good. After that, I tried the crawfish with a little bit of lime juice, which I was not a fan of. Mike was a little bit more adventurous.
Grasshopper? What do you think, Mike?
It's not bad.
He also tried one of the giant black ants that were on the plate.
That one's probably my favorite.
You like ants? Yeah.
Next, it was time to leave La Merced Market and go for some real dessert.
Walking through the bustling streets of Mexico City's Centro Historico, we passed by lots of beautiful old buildings on our way to this bakery founded in 1927 called Pasteleria Ideal, which was super busy, with everyone getting ready for Dia de Reyes, or King's Day. Here, we could choose whatever kind of dessert we wanted, and there were so many appetizing options available that it was difficult to decide what to get. I think this would have been a bit too much for both of us to eat. Tom wanted to get one of these tasty-looking pastries, or maybe one of these cookies, and I thought that these looked good too. We ended up getting 3 bags from here. Then we thanked Gabriel for an amazing tour and went looking for somewhere to eat our sweets. And in front of this beautiful building looked like a great place to sit down and eat them.
I chose this pastry that was drizzled with chocolate and filled with cream in the middle, which was a really good size and tasted wonderful. And Mike got 2 of the gelatin balls, one with pistachio and peach, and the other with milk and peach. As if that wasn't enough, he got a slab of vanilla cream layered cake too, which was his favorite. It was super moist with shredded coconut icing on the outside and was a little bit messy.
So we just finished our dessert in front of the Palacio de Bellas Artes, and it was delicious, just like the rest of the food that we had on our tour with Gabriel. Gabriel was super friendly, and he actually grew up around the market, so his family owns 3 stalls there, and he seemed to know everybody there. So he gave us a lot of inside information that we wouldn't have known otherwise. The food that we had, we really enjoyed. The quesadillas, I think they were the best that I've ever had actually. And the deep fried tamales, they were exceptional as well. The witch market, we weren't really allowed to film inside there. Apparently they get kind of angry if you film. So we just filmed a couple of things, but that was also worth checking out as well. Now, if you want to see this tour for yourself firsthand, then make sure to check out the link we have in the description section down below. Please like and subscribe. And remember, take time to travel. Catch you on the next one.